Welcome back, everyone, and thank you for joining me once again. I truly appreciate your support. Today, we're taking a closer look at one of the biggest questions surrounding Bad Chad Customs, a question that fans have been asking ever since Emily began appearing regularly on camera. When Emily became a familiar face in Chad's videos, many viewers noticed something that seemed just as important as the custom builds themselves. Their attention shifted from the projects to the people behind them. One question kept appearing in the comments: where was Jolene? For years, Chad and Jolene had been viewed as the heart of Bad Chad Customs. Chad was known for his remarkable ability to transform forgotten, rusted vehicles into extraordinary custom creations. His imagination and willingness to attempt impossible builds earned him a loyal audience. But behind every successful project was another person, whose contributions were just as important, even if they weren't always in the spotlight. Jolene helped keep the business running behind the scenes. She managed schedules, organized projects, handled administrative responsibilities, and supported the day-to-day operations that allowed the shop to function efficiently. While Chad focused on building cars, Jolene often focused on building the business itself. Together, they created a balance that many longtime viewers came to appreciate. That is why fans immediately noticed when her presence slowly became less frequent. It wasn't an overnight disappearance. Instead, it happened gradually. She appeared less often, spoke less on camera, and eventually seemed to vanish from the content altogether. Because there was no detailed explanation, viewers naturally began asking questions. As time passed, numerous theories began circulating across social media. Some believed business disagreements had caused the separation. Others suggested that personal differences had changed the direction of their relationship. Then, as Emily appeared in more videos alongside Chad, her name became part of those conversations as well. Many viewers started connecting unrelated events and creating their own explanations for what they believed had happened. However, it's important to separate speculation from verified information. Although many rumors continue to circulate online, there has been no publicly confirmed evidence proving many of the claims shared across social media. Much of what people discuss is based on observation, timing, and personal interpretation rather than verified facts. This is where the line between rumor and reality becomes increasingly blurred. The internet often fills unanswered questions with assumptions, especially when audiences become emotionally invested in a story. Once speculation begins, it can spread rapidly, making it difficult to distinguish confirmed information from theories created by viewers. It's also worth remembering that YouTube videos and television programs only reveal a small portion of someone's daily life. Viewers see carefully selected moments edited into a finished episode, but they don't witness the countless conversations, business decisions, personal struggles, or private challenges that happen once the cameras stop recording. Real life is always more complicated than what appears on screen. For that reason, reaching definite conclusions about anyone's personal relationships or private decisions based solely on edited content would be unfair. Many of the questions surrounding Bad Chad Customs remain unanswered simply because those directly involved have chosen not to publicly discuss every detail. One thing, however, is widely recognized by longtime followers of the channel. Jolene played an important role in helping Bad Chad Customs grow into the successful brand it became. Beyond managing business operations, she helped organize projects, support the team, and provide the stability needed for the workshop to continue moving forward. Many longtime viewers believe that while Chad supplied the creative vision, Jolene provided the structure that allowed those ideas to become reality. That partnership became one of the reasons so many people connected with the channel in the first place, which is exactly why her absence continues to raise questions today. Whether those questions are eventually answered remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the story of Bad Chad Customs isn't remembered only because of the incredible cars. It's also remembered because of the people who helped build the journey together, both on camera and behind the scenes. That is why, when Jolene was no longer involved in the day-to-day operations of Bad Chad Customs, Many longtime viewers felt they had lost far more than just a familiar face. To them, the entire atmosphere of the shop seemed different. The chemistry that had defined the channel for years appeared to shift, and many fans struggled to understand why. At the same time, Emily gradually became a more visible part of the workshop. She took on a larger role in projects, appeared more frequently in videos, and became increasingly familiar to the audience. Many viewers appreciated her enthusiasm, dedication, and willingness to contribute to the builds. Others, however, unfairly directed frustration toward her, assuming she was responsible for changes whose true causes were never publicly explained. That raises an important question. Is it fair to criticize someone simply because they now occupy a position once held by someone else? Or should we recognize that some of life's biggest transitions are shaped by circumstances known only to the people directly involved? Sometimes, the most honest conclusion is admitting that not every story can be fully understood from the outside. Not every unanswered question should automatically be filled with assumptions, and not every silence should be treated as evidence. One group of fans believes that without Jolene, Bad Chad Customs would never have become the successful brand that millions of viewers around the world came to enjoy. In their eyes, Chad's creativity was undeniable, but creativity alone wasn't enough to build a lasting business. They point to Jolene's role in organizing projects, managing schedules, developing the brand, handling business responsibilities, and providing the stability that allowed the workshop to grow. To these supporters, she wasn't simply part of the team, she was one of the foundations upon which the entire brand was built. Others see the situation very differently. They argue that no one outside the relationship truly knows what happened behind closed doors. Every business partnership and every personal relationship involves private conversations, difficult decisions, and circumstances that never become public. The audience sees only carefully edited videos and brief moments shared online, while the reality behind those moments may be far more complicated. Because of that, they believe it would be unfair to blame any individual based solely on rumors, social media discussions, or limited public appearances. What makes the story even more intriguing is that none of the people at the center of it have publicly explained every detail. Chad has never fully addressed every question surrounding the changes at the shop. Jolene has largely chosen to keep her private life out of the spotlight. Emily has also remained silent regarding many of the rumors that eventually surrounded her. That collective silence created the perfect environment for speculation to grow. When verified information is limited, people naturally begin filling in the gaps with their own theories. Theories can begin to feel like facts, even when little or no evidence exists to support them. That's one of the defining characteristics of internet culture. Opinions often travel faster than verified information, and once a narrative gains momentum, it becomes difficult to separate assumption from reality. Emily's increasing presence became one of the biggest talking points among viewers. Some saw her simply as a hard-working member of the team, who naturally became more involved in the workshop over time. Others connected her arrival directly to Jolene's disappearance, treating two separate events as though they were unquestionably linked. Yet despite years of discussion, no publicly confirmed evidence has established that Emily's role was the cause of Jolene's departure. The connection exists primarily in online speculation rather than verified fact. Even so, that speculation continued spreading because unanswered questions can begin to feel like facts, even when little or no evidence exists to support them. That's one of the defining characteristics of internet culture. Opinions often travel faster than verified information, and once a narrative gains momentum, it becomes difficult to separate assumption from reality. Emily's increasing presence became one of the biggest talking points among viewers. Some saw her simply as a hard-working member of the team, who naturally became more involved in the workshop over time. Others connected her arrival directly to Jolene's disappearance, treating two separate events as though they were unquestionably linked. Yet despite years of discussion, no publicly confirmed evidence has established that Emily's role was the cause of Jolene's departure. The connection exists primarily in online speculation rather than verified fact. Even so, that speculation continued spreading because unanswered questions naturally invite interpretation. Many people originally discovered Bad Chad Customs because of the incredible custom builds, creative fabrication, and unique automotive projects. But over time, they became emotionally invested in the people behind those creations. As viewers watched the team grow, succeed, struggle, and change, they formed connections that extended far beyond the cars themselves. When those relationships changed, the audience felt those changes too. Bad Chad Customs gradually became more than just a channel about building extraordinary vehicles.